We're starting the versus celebration. The Fennsylvania polka. We're here for your morning motivation. The Fennsylvania polka. We're asking goat or fish to everyone. You'll think that we're insane, ya, but there's some things that we can't explain, ya, about the verses in Fennsylvania. Celebration, celebration, celebration,
celebration.
And welcome to another morning motivational verses of Goat versus Fish.
Yeah.
I am your versus Goat versus Fish, and with us, as always, this Goat versus Fish morning motivational is ItsSanShine. Celebration for ItsSanShine. Goat versus Fish, morning motivational. How many verses must we say that before we can say morning motivational? Just how we need to say it every verses. It's another morning motivational celebration, starting your Monday verses off with some Goat versus Fish. And how are you feeling this versus ItsSanShine?
I'm feeling very, very goat.
You're feeling very goat? Celebration for goat! Celebration for goat! Celebration for goat. Let's get your goat on the verses. Oh! Who put this giant fence on the verses of Goat versus Fish? We're going to have to tidy that up, and let's start the verses off with goat. Let's start the verses off with goat for ItsSanShine. Celebration for goat, celebration for goat. Now, you have chosen goat. You have chosen goat because you have been paid to be goat. Is this not a true versus?
Yes, I've been paid to be goat and to represent my goat constituents.
And how long do you anticipation to continue to be goat since you have been paid to be goat?
I guess as long as Amber Heard is in the VIP chair.
Yes.
Otherwise, failing which, I could be paid to defect that to fish, but that would affect the interests of my goat constituents.
Yes. Please speak even louder into the mic. Yes, don't be afraid.
Yes.
But it seems that you have not yet been paid, that truly you have not yet been paid by Goat versus Fish. We think it's time. We think it's time for the contribution from I Can Fix Amber Heard to be paid directly to you.
Yay!
Yay, celebration!
Yay, celebration.
We're getting paid on Goat versus Fish. A musician is getting paid on Goat versus Fish.
First time in history. Yeah.
And here we are. Here is 50 versus American dollars, 50 versus American dollars. And this is for you, celebration, appreciation.
Celebration.
Straight from I Can Fix Amber Heard directly into your verses. From Goat versus Fish, Goat versus Fish would never withhold this compensation to you, ItsSanShine. And now it's time to start the verses. It's time to start the verses. Are you goat or are you fish? Let's go to the verses now. We're starting with a nice clean verses. We do have the goat. We do have ItsSanShine goat. But yes, liven us up with a little bit of musications back there, please. We've got Wow Mom Goat. Celebration for goat. Glorious celebration. Scott from Canada. Are you goat or are you fish? I Can Fix Amber Heard. Are you goat or are you fish? Jesse Dween9784 on YouTube says fish. Celebration. We've got our first fish in the verses. Celebration for fish. Scott from Canada goes fish. That's another fish in the verses. Wow Mom the goat. We've got Wow Mom the goat. Celebration, celebration, celebration. And let's see, we've got Canada Rammy for goat. We've got Canada Rammy for goat. Beautiful goat celebration, beautiful goat celebration. Glorious goat, glorious goat. And we've got Percules with goat. That's 4 goat. That's 4 goat in the verses. That's 4 goat in the verses. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. That's a long-tailed goat. That's a long-tailed goat. And that's how the verses is beginning. The verses is beginning with 4 goat and 2 fish. With 4 goat and 2 fish. Celebration. 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 And now goat and fish. It would not be goat versus fish again. It would not be a versus of your goat versus fish morning motivation, of your goat versus fish morning motivation. And let goat versus fish simply say to you all here in the congregation that there's nothing quite like starting another versus of goat versus fish, because you wake up and every versus is different. Every versus is a new opportunity for you to choose goat or to choose fish. Yes, when your eyes open and you're ready to seize the day, anything could happen. Anything could happen. Infinite possibilities. You know it will all be goat versus fish, but there are so many things out there. You just don't know quite what's going to happen at the beginning of every versus. And so you start again. You feel fresh. You feel energization, because anything could happen. Anything could happen, and you're ready, goat and fish. You are ready to triumph with your choice of goat or fish. When you get off that fence, you're ready for anything. You're ready for all the changes and all the deranged stranges that the verses may bring. And celebration, how every verses is a new and beautiful and different verses where anything could happen. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. And I Can Fix Amber Heard says, why is goat on the fish side and fish on the goat side? Interesting verses. Well, we said that anything could happen. We said that anything could happen on goat versus fish. What a strange verses. What a very strange verses. What a very strange verses that was. Well, in any verses, Goat and Fish, it's time for a poll. It's time for a poll. We are going to do a poll here on Twitch for all the Twitch viewers here on Goat versus Fish. It's going to be a quick poll. It's going to be goat or fish. It's going to be goat or fish, and the verses will be goat. The verses will be fish. We'll go, oh no, fence, or perhaps you want a unification. Perhaps you want a unification on goat versus fish. And it's going to be just the briefest of polls, and we're going to start the verses. We're going to start the verses now. Goat and fish, we're going to start the verses now. Here we go. And goat versus fish, we're going to bring up the poll on goat versus fish. We're going to manage the poll on goat versus fish. Let's view the verses. Let's view the verses. It's sunshine. How do you feel starting the day, knowing that anything could happen,
Every day something is just, anything can happen, and all of it is very different from each other. And that's every day.
That's every day. The current poll says goat or fish. We have goat with 0 votes, and let's get some of that fun verses going. We've got goat with no votes. We've got fish with 3. We've got fish with 3. Now goat with 1. Yes, you can use your channel points. You can use your channel points you get from viewing Goat versus Fish over and over, viewing Goat versus Fish over and over again. Goat versus Fish, the verses you can rely on. And we've got PWO Feisty TTTTT who says celebration for fish. Let's get another fish. Let's get another fish in the verses. That's 3 fish. That's 3 fish and 4 goat. 999 LSD OCD says goat. Celebration for goat. I Can Fix Amber Heard says, hope is all well in your verses today. Yes, our verses. Yes, the goat and fish, they're chatting to one another, and that's just fine, That's how we like it here in the congregation. We love you all saying a fine verses to one another. Yes, why don't you all greet one another, say hello unto one another, say a mighty verses to you. Ask, are you goat or fish? Ask, are you goat or fish? To everyone. Ask, are you goat or fish? To everyone. It's a celebration. We've got goat with 10 votes, we've got fish with 4 votes. Celebration. The fence has no votes. The fence has no votes. Unification has no votes. But we've got goat. We believe fish won last verses. But now it's a new week. It's a new week of your Goat vs. Fish morning motivation. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube and Twitch. And we've got goats now with 12. We've got goat now with 12. And we think, yes, we need to turn up that keyboard. We need to turn up that keyboard for future verses. We can scarcely hear it. Yes. Really slam into it. Celebration. A mighty verses. Yes. 12 for goat, 4 for fish. Yes, that's what we like to hear. We have goat with 12, we have fish with 4, and it looks like goat. Celebration for goat. Goat with 12, and fish with 4. It's a glorious celebration. Goat have won the poll with 12. Celebration for goat. Goat have won the poll. Celebration for goat. And now goat and fish. Let's check in with our VIP. Look, everyone, it's I Can Fix Amber Heard. Make some noise for I Can Fix Amber Heard. Celebration! What's that you say? I Can Fix Amber Heard? Whisper. Oh, really? Well, that's very generous of you. Are you certain? Wow, amazing verses. It turns out, and this is a true verses, I Can Fix Amber Heard has prepaid for the next week of VIP on Goat vs. Fish. Celebration. Oh, what's that? It seems that starting on Wednesday's verses, or maybe next month verses, Amber Heard, I Can Fix Amber Heard's VIP will be over, but they have prepaid for the next week of VIP. But what that means is that I Can Fix Amber Heard is gifting the VIP position to someone else in the congregation. It's a double benevolence versus I Can Fix Amber Heard has contribution 100 versus American dollars so that someone else in the congregation can enjoy the glories of being a very important perception here on Goat vs. Fish. Celebration. And you may ask yourself, how do I partake in this verses? Well, Goat vs. Fish, we're going to go exclamation VIP, and here we can see VIP seating has been gifted. Become a humble congregation member on the Patreon to enter the VIP raffle. Free Patreon members get 1 ticket, $5 members get 2 tickets, $10 members get 5 tickets. We will be doing a random draw in a number of days, and the winner of the random draw, should they choose to accept it, will become a VIP of Goat vs. Fish. So if you want a chance to be in the VIP chair, as has I Can Fix Amber Heard, at least become a free member on the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. And if you want double the drawings, if you want 5 times the drawings, then become a $5 member or a $10 humble congregation member on the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. Appreciation to I Can Fix Amber Heard. Appreciation to I Can Fix Amber Heard. Very generous verses. Remember, Goat vs. Fish is at the Comedy Store Los Angeles on February 14th for the Riff Raff celebration. Get your tickets now. And thank you to our humble congregation, Wow Mom, Mama Joe, Brahma Joe, Sourdough, Ben Bird Person, Napoleon Doom, Prue Lawrence, Drew John, Watt 9807, That One Bull Guy, Tuger Ruger, Standard Average, Dimmy Wrench, Eldergrown, Atrilete, Hogrim, The Quacksnator, Uber Kitten, I Can Fix, Amber Heard. Thank you to our glorious patrons here on Goat vs. Fish. How do you feel about this versus? How do you feel about this versus?
I feel very good about these verses.
Well, there is no good or evil, only goat and fish. Celebration for Goat versus Fish. Celebration for joining Goat versus Fish. In our verses now, we have goat with 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5 goat, and the verses went to goat. The verses of the poll went to goat. And we have 3 fish in the verses, so we're going to say that this is a triumph for goat. Celebration for goat! Celebration for goat! Yes! Celebration for goat! The goat have triumphed! The goat have triumphed! Celebration for goat. Thank you for joining Goat vs. Fish on this, your morning motivational verses, and we'll see you on Tuesday's verses. We'll see you on Tuesday's verses. Celebration to the congregation. Thanks for joining this morning motivation of Goat vs. Fish, where every verses is different. Celebration for Goat vs. Fish. Celebration. We're starting the versus celebration. The Fennsylvania polka. We're here for your morning motivation. The Fennsylvania polka. We're asking goat or fish to everyone. You'll think that we're insane, ya, but there's some things that we can't explain, ya, about the verses in Fennsylvania. Celebration! And welcome to another morning motivational of Goat vs. Fish for another morning motivational of Goat vs. Fish. And how are you feeling this versus? How are you feeling this versus ItsSanShine?
I'm feeling the verses, and I feel like each verse is different from the last.
Each verses is different from the last. Isn't it great how every verses is different from the last? And are you feeling goat or are you feeling fish?
I am feeling goat.
Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. And were you not paid to be goat? Were you not paid to be goat?
Yes. Last time I checked, Amber Heard paid me $50 to defect to goat.
And you're still goat?
Yes, as per Amber Heard's strict instructions.
Well, it says that you have been paid, but we think it's really time that you get paid by Goat vs. Fish. It's time that you get paid by Goat vs. Fish. Yes, Goat vs. Fish. We're actually going to pay a musician live on stream. Oh, my verses. Look here. It's 50 verse American dollars. It's 50 verse American dollars. Celebration. Paid by Goat vs. Fish. Paid by Goat vs. Fish.
Thank you. Ooh.
And you're certain that we didn't pay you already?
No. First time.
This was their first time being paid that
Very
50
first
versus
time.
American dollars from
Yes.
Goat versus Fish.
Yes, each verse is different. So
Goat versus Fish. We thought that maybe we had already paid you before for some verses.
No, this is the first time.
Oh, but of course, we trust. Goat versus Fish. Celebration. You've been paid by Goat versus Fish. And, oh, my verses. Who put that fence up there? Who put that fence up there in the verses of Goat versus Fish? We've got to clear the verses. And you have chosen Goat, so celebration for Goat. Celebration for ItsSanShine Goat. Celebration for ItsSanShine Goat. And now Goat and Fish, it's time to count the goat and fish on this morning motivational of Goat versus Fish. Are you goat or are you fish? Let's see who's in the congregation. This verse is celebration. We've got lysergic freak fish for the fish. Celebration for fish. Lysergic freak fish for the fish. Thunder tracks goat. Celebration for goat. We've got two goat in the verses. And we've got I can fix Amber Heard. Goat. We've got I can fix Amber Heard. Are you goat or fish? Blood Rain 420 is goat. Celebration for goat. We've got Blood Rain 420 this verse is. Celebration for goat this verse is. Goat versus Fish. I can fix Amber Heard. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat? Bailed 420 is fish. Nice smoked fish. Celebration for fish. I can fix Amber Heard. It's going to be fish today. Celebration for fish. Fish. We've got three goat and we've got three fish in this verse is Marcus Skullman says, I am goat, fence the fish. We've got Marcus Skullman for goat. Celebration for goat. That gives us 4 goat and 3 fish. If you are goat or fish, please in the congregation say if you are goat or if you are fish. Yes, congregation, say welcome to one another. We love seeing the goat and the fish all welcoming one another. And I can fix Amber Heard says, why is the fish on the goat side and the goat on the fish side? Oh, my verses. Well, anything can happen on Goat versus Fish. Every verse is just a little different. So we'll just make it Fish versus Goat. Celebration for Fish versus Goat! Yes, here on Goat versus Fish, every verse is we wake up for our morning motivational, and we see that the universe has offered us new things, different things, new challenges, new ways. It's always a new verses. Anything could happen where anything could happen. Even though sometimes some things could feel like they're the same, we suppose that some things could recur from verses to verses, but of course you've changed, so everything is still different, and every time that you are confronting a new and different verses, you remember that it's still Goat versus Fish, and that you can get off that fence and you can choose goat or fish, and you can get out there and you can verses. It's a new and beautiful verses. Everything is different. It's all going to be a new fantastic adventure, even as you realize that, well, Goat and Fish, well, of course not everything is going to be different verses. That's why you learn from your previous experience. What day is this? ItsSanShine? Is it Mun verses or twos? What verses is this?
It's allegedly Mun verses.
Celebration. It's your Mun versus morning motivational celebration. And we're going to have a little poll here on Goat versus Fish. It's not quite Goat versus Fish without a poll of Goat versus Fish. So we're going to start a poll. Hello, Weed Pipe. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. We're going to start a poll of Goat versus Fish. Goat or fish? Goat or fish? And we're going to say goat. And we're going to say fish. And Hopefully you don't sit on the fence. And unification? Could we have a unification? Goat and Fish, it's a 3-minute poll. It's a 3-minute poll, and it begins now, Goat and Fish. It begins now. Are you goat or are you fish? Let's have a look at this versus. Let's see who triumphs. Browser source. We've got 1 for goat. We've got 2 for goat. We've got 2 for goat, and we've got 4 for fish. We've got 4 for fish. We've got 2 for goat. Oh, yes, keep up the musications. Keep up the musications. We've got 4 for goat, and we've got 5 for fish. We have 1 for fence. We have 1 for unification. 9 now for goat. 9 now for goat. 5 for the fish. 5 for the fish. 1 for the fence. 1 for the fence. 1 for the unification. 1 for the unification. Yes, the poll. It's a mighty poll. It's a mighty versus. It's a mighty versus. It's a mighty versus. 21 now for goat. 21 now for goat. And while the poll is happening, let's check in with our VIP. Let's check in with our VIP. Make some noise for I Can Fix Amber Heard. Look, everyone, it's I Can Fix Amber Heard. Hey, I Can Fix Amber Heard. Oh, what's that? What's that? You're whispering to Goat versus Fish? Wow, that's very benevolent of you. It turns out that our VIP, I Can Fix Amber Heard, their $100 American dollar a week VIP seating will be expiring in a few days. But I Can Fix Amber Heard has prepaid for the next VIP of Goat versus Fish. Celebration! Celebration! How many weeks have you been doing VIP now? Has it been two weeks already now? Oh, just one. What fun. You can join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish because the prepaid verses of I Can Fix Amber Heard is being gifted to the congregation, So join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. Free members get 1 ticket, $5 members get 2 tickets, and $10 members get 5 tickets in the raffle draw. You, should you choose to accept it, should you choose to win the raffle, could be the next VIP of Goat vs. Fish, and it's all thanks to I Can Fix Amber Heard. Celebration to our VIP who's been a VIP for as long as Goat vs. Fish can remember. And here we are as the poll continues. There's about 30 seconds left in the poll. Let's keep it dramatic. We've got 21 now for goat. We have 21 votes now for goat. We have 5 votes for fish. 5 votes for fish, 1 vote for fence, 1 vote for unification. It looks like it's going goat. Thunder Tracks with 19,000 channel points for goat, with 19,000 for goat. Oh, my verses. With 19,000 for goat, and we've got 5 voters for fish, 2 voters for goat. There's so many more fish than goat, but Thunder Tracks is just with the domination. 1 vote for fence, 1 vote for unification. And it looks like goat take the verses. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Nice versus Thunder Tracks and Dizzy Be Busy. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Welcome to Goat vs. Fish, where it's a new and exciting versus every versus of Goat vs. Fish. And it looks like we have 4 goats and we have 3 fish. And goat have won the poll. So it's a close versus. But we are going to say it's a triumph for goat. Celebration for goat. Goat have won the versus. Celebration for goat. Remember, Goat and Fish. Congratulations, Goat. Better versus next time, Fish. How long have Goat been winning? Did Goat win the last verses?
Goat wins all the verses.
Goat wins all the verses?
Yes. As a goat, we win all the verses.
But we thought the last verses was won by Fish, but now it seems like maybe the last verses was won by Goat. Maybe it was Goat. Maybe Goat has been winning this whole verses.
Win the whole verses, you know.
Yes, be sure to speak more into the mic. Get close to that mic so they can hear you.
Yes.
Celebration for ItsSanShine. Celebration for our musician maker, ItsSanShine. And And remember, Goat and Fish, Goat vs. Fish at the Comedy Store, Los Angeles, February 14th. It's a Valentine's Day versus. It's the Riff Raff. It's the Riff Raff with Goat vs. Fish. Get your tickets now. Get your tickets now. And appreciation to our patrons in the humble congregation. Wow Mom, Mama Joe, Brahma Joe, Sourdough 707, Bed Person, Napoleon Doom, Drew Lawrence, Watt 9807, That One Bull Guy, Tuggerugger, Standard Average, Jimmy Wrench, Elder Grow, Naturally, Tallgrim, The Quacksnator, Uber Kitten, and I Can Fix Amber Heard. Appreciation to our patrons. And it seems that Goat have won the verses again. And this has been your morning motivation with Goat vs. Fish, where every verses is different, but here in the congregation, we're going to give you the morning motivation you need to get out there and seize the verses, because you never know what's going to happen. So you'd better have Goat vs. Fish there with you. Celebration! Goat vs. Fish, morning motivation every Mon versus Tues versus Wednesdays versus Thursdays versus 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Twitch and on YouTube. Celebration. Thank you for joining Goat vs. Fish, and we'll see you on the next verses. Celebration! And congratulations to Goat. Congratulations to Goat. Wait the verses. Have we start the verses again? Something. Start the verses again. Yes. We're starting the verses celebration. The Fennsylvania polka. We're here for your morning motivation. The Fennsylvania polka. We're asking goat or fish to everyone. You'll think that we're insane, ya. There's some things that we can't explain, ya, about the verses in Fennsylvania. Celebration! And welcome to another exciting verses of Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivation. Have we done this before?
First time.
The first time. Well, we've done plenty of Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivation before.
First time we're doing this iteration of the morning motivation.
This iteration of the morning motivation.
Yes.
This is Mon versus, yes.
This is Mon versus, yes, as opposed to Tues versus allegedly.
Tues versus. You are
As opposed to Tues versus, this is Mon versus allegedly.
It's allegedly Mon versus. Well, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. You ever have that feeling that you've done you ever have that feeling that you've been doing Goat vs. Fish? You don't know how long it's been Goat vs. Fish, and you just think you're in the same verses over and over again. Have you ever felt this on Goat vs. Fish?
What are you talking about?
I Can Fix Amber Heard says, Sunshine, did you receive the money I sent a week back?
That's a great question. Wait a minute. I never did receive the money.
Well, that's okay, because Goat vs. Fish, you didn't receive the money from Goat vs. Fish.
Musicians never receive money for anything.
But Goat vs. Fish just knows that we've already given you the 50 versus American dollars. We would never withhold it from you at Sunshine.
That's never happened.
That's Goat vs. Fish. So you're saying that this 50 versus American dollars, you never received this from Goat vs. Fish, because we got this from I Can Fix Amber Heard, but we thought we We thought we gave you the 50 verse American dollars.
Oh, never. It's never reached my pockets ever.
Goat for you. We would never withhold 50. You know that GoatVsFish would never.
Amber Heard's $50 has never caressed my pockets.
Well, then we without hesitation, here's a glorious 50 verse American dollars. 50 verse American dollars for you. Celebration. A musician's been paid by GoatVsFish. A musician's been paid by GoatVsFish. And are you goat or are you fish?
I've always been goat and forever will always be goat until the next payday.
Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat, and we see that we have a radiation. Jester the Black Mage has radiation GoatVsFish with 5. Celebration for Jester the Black Mage, who rates GoatVsFish with 5. And are you goat or are you fish? Yes, welcome to the GoatVsFish morning motivational verses. Because when you rise and you wake up and you're just tired. You're tired of everything feeling the same, and you're tired of. You wake up. You make your breakfast. You go to work. You do all the things that you always have to do. You welcome ItsSanShine into your verses, and you turn on all the lights, and you turn on the audio mixer, and you prepare to go live, and you start the GoatVsFish morning motivation, and you say to yourself, wow, I seem to be doing this every verses. Nothing, didn't I do this already before? You start to say to yourself, start to say, didn't I do this already before? But perish the verses, nevermore. Every verses is a new chance, is a new way, is a new avalanche of possibilities, goat and fish. Every verses is... You can get out there and you can make something new of the universe because every versus is different, even though it's always goat versus fish. So, celebration for your motivation. You can make the change. You can make the change, goat and fish. You can make the change, goat and fish. I Can Fix Amber Heard asks, are you okay, GoatVsFish? You seem a bit confused about something. Well, GoatVsFish, No, goat and fish. We're just confused about if Jester the Black Mage is goat or fish. Jester the Black Mage, the ads are over. Are you goat or are you fish? It's time to ask the congregation, are you goat or are you fish? Celebration, it's time for the congregation of GoatVsFish. Big Rig 250 says, have you seen goats on a roof? GoatVsFish has seen goats on a roof. We've seen goats on a roof. Big Rig 250. We made a YouTube short about it once. Lysergic Freak Fish, are you goat or are you fish? And yes, I Can Fix Amber Heard, are you goat or fish? I Can Fix Amber Heard says, I'm a goat. I've always been a goat. All day I've been goat. Are you certain that you weren't fish? But you say you're a goat, so celebration for goat. I Can Fix Amber Heard is back on the goat is goat, but maybe you were always goat. Did you get donuts at Goats on the Roof? GoatVsFish has not been to Goats on the Roof, but GoatVsFish has done research about Goats on a Roof. But if you want to sponsor a trip of GoatVsFish to Goats on a Roof, then please, by all verses. Big Rig 250, are you goat or are you fish? Lysergic Freak Dick goes fish, celebration for fish, celebration for fish. That's one fish in the verses. One fish and two goat. Do we really only have two goats and one fish in the verses? TML rules. 81 is for fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Fish. Big Rig 250 says, I'm a goat on a roof. Celebration for goat on a roof. Celebration for goat on a roof. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. That's 3 goat in the verses and 2 fish. 3 goat and 2 fish. Are you goat or are you fish? Jester the Black Mage with a radiation of 5. We're going to check to see. Oh, wait a verses. I Can Fix Amber Heard says, why is the fish on the goat side and the goat on the fish side? Oh, that's a strange verses. That happened on GoatVsFish. Is it like this every verses? ItsSanShine, do we start every verses with the goat on this? With the
This is the first time ever.
this is the first versus. This has happened on Goat versus Fish.
Yeah, first time you paid me, first time versus, first time Goat on Fish side, first time Fish on Goat side.
That's very specific. That's very specific. And be sure to speak more closely into that mic.
First time for everything, including Fish and Goat.
Including Fish and Goat
On either sides.
Well, that's fine. Goat and Fish. We can just reverse the verses. Fish versus Goat. It's still Goat versus Fish. It's still Goat versus Fish. Fish versus Goat. As long as the Goat are versus the Fish and the Fish are versus the Goat, it's still Goat versus Fish. It's not Foot versus Gish, Space Cat. Oh my verses. Weed Pipe is in the verses. Weed Pipe, known fish. Celebration for Weed Pipe the fish. Celebration, celebration, celebration. But we still want to know about Jester the Black Mage. Jester the Black Mage who raided Goat versus Fish. Does Jester the Black Mage raid every versus?
First time for everything.
First versus for everything. Let's give a shout out to Jester the Black Mage here on Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish, we're going to follow Jester the Black Mage if we don't already, because that's just very important to Goat vs. Fish. And Goat vs. Fish does follow Jester the Black Mage. It's been a while, Jester the Black Mage, but Goat vs. Fish is back doing morning motivational verses Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where you can count on there being some consistency on Goat vs. Fish. Jester said Fish, I'm pretty sure, says I can fix Amber Heard. Well, Goat versus Fish. Jester the Black Mage, we will wait for you. We will wait for you. Since you asked how is Goat versus Fish. Yes, Jester the Black Mage said, I'm a fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. That means five. That means 5 radiation points for fish. That means 5 radiation points for fish. Ah! There's something about this radiation that seems off to Goat versus Fish. Is there? What about? We love a radiation. We love when they join the congregation of Goat versus Fish. Is there something about this sudden increase of radiation from Jester the Black Mage that there's something fence about it? Does there seem something fence about it, ItsSanShine?
There's nothing fancy about this radiation. For this is the first time that it has only happened in this iteration of this lifetime ever.
Well, but Goat versus Fish, we can't feel that it has happened before, or it hasn't happened before. It all seems so familiarly unfamiliar to Goat versus Fish.
Everything that hasn't happened before has happened for the first time right now.
Oh, but that's refensulous. NGLSWT says Jester Raid celebration. Welcome from the Jester Raid. Are you Goat or are you Fish? Welcome to Goat versus Fish. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. Welcome to Goat versus Fish. And Dizzy Be Busy redeemed a versus for Goat. Redeemed a versus for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for a versus for Goat. Celebration for a versus for Goat. Ah! It all seems so strange to Goat versus Fish. It all seems so strangely familiarly unfamiliar to Goat versus Fish. We think it's time. We think it's time for a poll of Goat versus Fish. We think it's time for a poll of Goat versus Fish, Goat and Fish. That's what we need. We just need a classic versus. So what's this doing? What's this doing here? That seems like an old versus. Celery Coon, welcome to Goat versus Fish. That must be an old versus from long ago. Goat or Fish? We need a new versus on Goat versus Fish. Goat or Fish? Again? Goat or Fish again? Some say that Goat versus Fish just repeats itself. ItsSanShine, do you think that Goat versus Fish just repeats itself over and over again, as is the accusation by some on Goat versus Fish?
Everything Goat versus Fish has been repeated for the first time ever.
So it is a repetition, but it's just the first time we've repeated Goat versus Fish.
It's the first repeat. And just the first repeat, and no repeats after that. Even if it is repeated, regardless, it is not repeated.
Have you ever had that feeling that you've been repeating Goat versus Fish for however you don't even know how many times you've repeated Goat versus Fish?
I have never repeated any repetitions in my repented life.
It is always Goat versus Fish. Lysergic Freak Dick says it's always Goat versus Fish, and it is always Goat versus Fish. Stay Lifted Mary says, all hail the goat, celebration for goat, celebration for goat. NGL SWT, are you not gonna lie? NGL, account creation in 2015. We see you play the guitar. Why don't you stick around on the stream of Goat vs. Fish? We might play the guitar. And why don't you give a follow to Goat vs. Fish? Thank you for joining the glorious Jester Raid. And we have Celery Coon who declares goat, Celery Coon who declares goat, and Stay Lifted Berry who declares goat. Celebration for goat. Repetition is fun. Repetition is fun. Repetition is fun. Repetition is fun. So we have the poll. We have the poll. We have 12 votes for goat. We have no votes for fish. Thunder Tracks declares goat. Celebration for goat. And as long as we're here, we wish to welcome our perpetual, forever VIP I Can Fix Amber Heard. Hi, I Can Fix Amber Heard. It's nice to see you. Again? How long have you been VIP for? Oh, just a couple of days? It feels like you've been VIP for weeks already. Oh, well, that's a very benevolent and generous verses. It seems that I Can Fix Amber Heard has prepaid for the next week of VIP on Goat vs. Fish. 100 versus American dollars to be VIP again on the next week of Goat vs. Fish. Oh, what's that? Oh, but what a... Somehow we felt like we knew you were going to say that. Yes, by the benevolence of I Can Fix Amber Heard, the VIP seating has been prepaid but is being open to a raffle to all members of the congregation of Goat vs. Fish. Join patreon.com/Goat vs. Fish as a free member and you get 1 raffle ticket. Join as a $5 member and you get 2 raffle tickets. Join as a $10 member and you get 5 raffle tickets. And any one of you who's a member of the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish could join the glorious VIP seating courtesy of I Can Fix Amber Heard, starting in a couple of days or next week on Goat vs. Fish. But you have to join the VIP of Goat vs. Fish. Exclamation VIP in the verses. Join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish in appreciation again to I Can Fix Amber Heard, who we just never grow tired of offering our appreciation. No matter how many times we offer our appreciation, we can always offer appreciation again and again and again and again and again. So appreciation for our very important reception. I Can Fix Amber Heard. Celebration. Looking at the poll now, we have Goat with 12 and Thunder Tracks with 7,000 points. Oh, my verses. Thunder Tracks and Stay Lifted Berry with 1,000 channel points. Stay Lifted Productions with 1,000 channel points. Goat with 3 voters and 12 votes. Fish now with 2 votes. Fish now with 2 votes. Fish with 1 vote. Oh, Unification has 2 votes now, and Fence with 1 vote. But Goat take the verses. Goat take the poll. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Goat have taken the poll. Goat have taken the poll. Celebration, celebration, celebration. How many times are you going to be playing that over and over again? It's Sunshine. It's just we feel like we've heard that like a million verses. It just keeps repetitionally. Apologization from GoatVsFish. We don't know what came over GoatVsFish. You make amazing musications on GoatVsFish. We just feel like we. How many have you been playing that every stream of GoatVsFish?
You want to hear a song I haven't played yet, and I'm about to play for the first time?
Well, we'd love to hear something new on GoatVsFish. We'd love to hear something new on GoatVsFish. It's all seeming so familiar to GoatVsFish. I Can Fix Amber Heard says it's the first time you're hearing it. Goat and fish, it looks like fish with four verses for fish, but there's 5 radiation points for fish, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goat, and there's a verses for goat, and there's a pull for goat. It's a triumph for goat! It's a triumph for goat! Celebration for goat! Celebration for goat! Rat cousin radiation! Rat cousin radiation! Rat cousin radiation! GoatVsFish with 62 viewers! 62 viewers join GoatVsFish with a rat cousin radiation. It's a rat raid! It's a rat raid! Borzoe the wizard! Duke of Trouble says wrongs! And Majordong says rats assemble. The rats are joining GoatVsFish. The rats are joining GoatVsFish. The rats are raiding GoatVsFish. And Borzio says I'm a wizard. And Stay Lifted Production says goat. Mouse of Silver follows GoatVsFish. Majordong follows GoatVsFish. And we hear that Rat Cousin might actually be a guest on GoatVsFish on Wednesday versus. Rat Cousin might be a guest on GoatVsFish. Duke of Troubles followed GoatVsFish. Are you goat or are you fish? Goat and Fish, the live stream of GoatVsFish is coming to a close. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. GoatVsFish is feeling like there's something about this versus. Something about this versus is simply never going to end. Like, it just keeps happening over and over again. Rat Cousin, listen to GoatVsFish. We think that this versus is repeating over and over and over and over again. We have no evidence. So, even though the stream is ending, we want you to stick around and just stick around with GoatVsFish. Stay. Master Crimshaw, welcome to GoatVsFish. Welcome to GoatVsFish. Borzio Wizard says, I'm gay. Celebration. Look behind GoatVsFish. It's a very gay versus. It's a beautiful versus. Thundertrack celebration. And we want to remind you all, celebration to Rat Cousin. A shout out to Rat Cousin. A shout out to Rat Cousin. A shout out to Rat Cousin. Rat Cousin. The goat have triumphed this versus. The goat have triumphed this versus. Rat Cousin. Are you goat or are you fish? Remember Goat and Fish. GoatVsFish on the Riff Raff at the Comedy Store on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Saturday versus February 14th. It's Riff Raff. GoatVsFish. Buy your tickets now. And appreciation to all of our patrons. Wow Mom, Mama Joe, Rama Joe, Sourdough 707, Ben Perdperson, Napoleon Doom, Prue Lawrence, Drew John, Watt 9807, That One Bill Guy, Tugger Rugger, Standard Average, Jimmy, Red Shelter Crow, Naturally, Togrim, The Quacksnator, Uber Kitten, I Can Fix Amber Heard. Appreciation to all our patrons on GoatVsFish. Appreciation to all our patrons on GoatVsFish. Appreciation for the radiation of Rat Cousin. Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow today. Oh my verses. Tell Spire, are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat? Lead Crow celebration. Are you goat or are you fish? Thank you for joining GoatVsFish. Thank you for joining GoatVsFish. For another morning motivation on GoatVsFish, where anything can happen and nothing is ever the same because everything is changing. For sure. We'll see you on the next verses. We'll see you on the next verses. We're starting the versus celebration of Fennsylvania polka. We're We're here for your morning motivation. The Fennsylvania polka. We're asking goat or fish to everyone. You'll think that we're insane, ya, but there's some things that we can't explain, ya, about the verses in Fennsylvania.
Celebration!
Celebration!
For the first time ever.
And welcome to another morning motivational verses of Goat vs. Fish,
First time for everything, including this.
where anything can happen because it's a new verses that. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another morning motivational of Goat vs. Fish celebration.
Hey guys, check out this one I've been working on. For the first time ever.
It's our musication maker. It's our musication maker. It's Sunshine celebration.
Celebration!
And Howard. Oh, I can fix Amber Heard with 63 bits. Says something seems off today, but that may just be me. Otherwise, I hope everything has a good verses. Are you goat or fish? Are you goat or fish?
I have always been goat and I will forever be goat. And for the first time ever, I have been goat for the first time today.
Goat versus fish? Aren't you just being paid to be goat? Haven't we paid you to be goat? You're just being paid to be goat.
You've never paid me to be goat. I've never been paid
Goat
for
versus
anything.
fish has paid you to be goat.
Musicians don't get paid. Everyone knows this. So.
Are you a goat versus fish? We've had a brilliant, a beautiful versus. It's been 3-4 weeks of you here, and now you're demanding compensation that we already paid you on goat versus fish?
I didn't fly to that private goat island, just to not be paid. So I expect payment for excessive goatage on my end.
All right. Well, if goat versus fish, there's 50. You take your 50 versus American dollars. Goat versus fish.
1 team, 2.
Goat versus fish. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? I can fix Amber Heard with 633 bits. Goat versus fish. Are you goat or are you fish? Members of the congregation, welcome to another morning motivation of Goat vs. Fish, because even though every verse is when you wake up, everything is exactly the same, and everything is incredibly, incredibly lame. It's the same verses. You wake up, it's Goat vs. Fish. You go to sleep, it's Goat vs. Fish. You go to work, it's Goat vs. Fish. And as the fences enclose around you, and you feel the freedom being sapped from your very existence, none of the choices you make matters. It's all just repetition in the verses of Doug Wimbish. Repetition. At least you know you can count on Goat versus Fish. At least you know it's Goat versus Fish. And that you are free to choose goat or fish. You are free to choose goat or fish. So are you goat or are you fish? Let's get into the congregation. Let's get into the congregation of Goat versus Fish. Are you goat? Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? Are you okay, Goat versus Fish? Says I can fix Amber Heard. You seem to be going through something. Goat versus fish. It's just sometimes you just have that fancy feeling like you've done it all before, like it's all happening. Major Dong says go fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Lysergic Freak Dick says fish. Celebration for fish. We've got Major Dong and Lysergic Freak Dick, both for fish. We've got Jesse Genuine 9784 for the fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Borzio Wizard says goat. Borzio Wizard says goat. Celebration for goat. We're off to a new verses. We're off to a brand new verses, Goat and Fish, where your choices totally matter because it's not just the same goat versus fish every single verses. We have Borzio Wizard who goes goat. I can fix Amber Heard, who says with 63 bits, who says something seems off today, but are you goat or are you fish? Wait a verses. Wasn't there supposed to be a fence here? There's never supposed to be a fence.
There was never a fence to ever begin with.
There was never a fence here at the top of Goat versus Fish.
The fence is always at the bottom, remember?
The fence was. Do an event! Do an event, says Rat Cousin. Do an event, sure, let's have a talk about that. Rat Cousin, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Rat Cousin is going to be a guest here on Goat vs. Fish on Wens Versus. It's going to be a Wens Versus event, and Rat Cousin is going to be joining Goat vs. Fish unless they cancel at the last minute because it's Los Angeles and you never know what's going to happen. JJ Bond says Goat, celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Rat Cousin says play this song, but the link is gone, but the link is gone. JJ Bond says Goat. JJ Bond says Goat. Celebration for Goat. Worrying, says Borzio the Wizard. Borzio the Wizard says worrying. Are you Goat or are you Fish? I can fix Amber Heard. You can whisper it to Goat versus Fish. But we've got to. It's a song about events. Did you write? Is this a song that you have made written? Is this one of your own songs, Rat Cousin? Is this one of your own songs? Is this one of your own verses? Weed pipe goes fish. Weed pipe goes fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. It's a 420 fish. It's a 420 fish. It's a 420 fish. It's a 420 fish. Celebration for fish. Borzio Wizard said, do not listen to the Rat Cousin. He lies as easily as he breathes. Well, we still haven't heard if Rat Cousin is goat or fish. Rat Cousin, are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? Fish today! Celebration! Rat Cousin has chosen fish. Rat Cousin has chosen fish. Celebration for fish! Celebration for fish! Celebration for fish! It seems that fish are winning the verses. It seems that fish are winning the verses. It seems that fish are winning the verses. I can fix Amber Heard says I'm a diehard fish. Says I'm a diehard fish. Fish with 63 bits. I can fix Amber Heard. We can't help but have this feeling that you're about to tell us something about the board of Goat versus Fish. We're having a premonition that I can fix Amber Heard is going to say something about the chalkboard of Goat versus Fish right at this very verses. I can fix Amber Heard says, why is the fish on the goat side and the goat on the fish side? We knew you were going to say that. You see, Goat versus Fish knew that you were going to say that verses. We knew you were going to say that verses. Well, fence it all. We're going to leave the goat on the fish side and the fish on the goat side. Who cares if the goat is on the fish side and the fish is on the goat side? Let's just change up the verses. Let's just change up Goat versus Fish. What could possibly go fence if we just change the verses of Goat versus Fish? It could be any verses. Anything could happen on Goat versus Fish. Anything could happen on Goat versus Fish. Why don't we just check our whispers here on Twitch and see if Rat Cousin has shown us a song? Let's have a listen. Let's have a listen. Let's have a listen.
What is it for you? Going to the mall, the Mardi Gras, Billy's birthday, Super Bowl Sunday, the Academy Awards, the
I've trapped Goat versus Fish in an endless loop of recurring time. But something's gone wrong. Something's changed. What have you done, rat cousin? You're supposed to be my noble rat cousin, a cousin of the groundhog. I'm Fennsylvania Phil, the fence lord of time. And I've decided that GoatVsFish is getting a little too consistent for my liking. All of these morning motivational streams. Well, I woke up this versus, and I saw my shadow, and it's going to be 6 million more weeks of this very same Fennsylvania Phil demotivational on versus offense. You would be okay with that. I can fix Amber Heard. We're not going to play your stupid song, rat cousin. You're disrupting the verses with your bringing all of your friends in here to GoatVsFish. It's getting harder to keep GoatVsFish in a consistent perpetual time loop, and you keep trying to change everything. Why are you trying to change everything? Let me just nibble on my corn. Let me just nibble. Oh, Boar's your wizard. You have no power here. You're not in the rat cousin stream anymore. You're in the Fennsylvania Phil streams. Let's get back to GoatVsFish and see how they're handling the perpetual insanity of infinite repetition.
After we've been spent, everyone loves an event. A Thanksgiving feast, New Year's Eve, college spring break, NASCAR's next race, Tigers sinking one more putt, the World Cup, the Kentucky Derby, a neighborhood block party. It might be big, it might be small, it might be local, it might be national, but everyone loves an event. It makes us feel alive after we've been spent. Everyone loves an event. Our lives began in what?
We're starting to feel like events never happen. What's the point of GoatVsFish if nothing ever happens on GoatVsFish? Is something happening on GoatVsFish? Is something happening on GoatVsFish? We think it's time for a poll on GoatVsFish. We think it's time for a poll on GoatVsFish. We're going to start a new poll on GoatVsFish, but we're going to change the verses. We're going to say fish or goat this verses. Why not say fish? Why not say fish or goat? We're reversing the verses. We're putting the goat on the fish side. Goat and Fish. We've got a 3-minute poll. 3-minute poll starting now on Goat vs. Fish. We've got a 3-minute poll starting now on Goat vs. Fish. So you can vote for Fish, or you can vote for Goat. We need your help, Goat and Fish. We don't know how to. We don't know how to explain this to you, Goat and Fish, but we need your help. We need your help here on the Goat vs. Fish morning motivational versus. Weed Pipe says only Senor Tomat can save us now. Yes, we need to contact Deep Fat Fried. Maybe they could help us. Perhaps we need a Chaos Wizard, or did we say a Scorpion? Borzia Wizard says the only vote for Goat. The only vote for Goat. We have 36 votes for Goat. Space Cat says Fish or Goat. Says Fish or Goat. I Can Fix Amber Heard says Goat versus Fish. Fennsylvania Phil is putting you in a time loop. What's that? What are we getting a special message? A special message from our VIP? Make some noise for our VIP. I Can Fix Amber Heard. What's that? You have something to say to Goat versus Fish? What, Goat versus Fish is caught in a time loop? That's ridiculous. What, Goat versus Fish in a time loop? Time is but defense. Time is but defense. What's that? You prepaid for next week's VIP seating on Goat vs. Fish? What a benevolent member of the congregation. Celebration! Goat and Fish, I Can Fix Amber Heard has prepaid for next week's VIP seating, and you too can enter to join the raffle. You can join the raffle by joining the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. Free members of Goat vs. Fish get 1 raffle ticket. $5 members get 2 raffle tickets, and $10 members get 5 raffle tickets to become a VIP. What happens if you become a VIP? Why, you can get a picture of your head put on this poster board, and then we will call you the very important perception on Goat vs. Fish, and you can be part in the stream. Doesn't that sound great? It's Sunshine!
For the first time ever, it sounds amazing.
It sounds amazing. It sounds great. It sounds wonderful. Thanks, I Can Fix Amber Heard. That's a very generous verses. Appreciation for our VIP, for our perpetual forever VIP. Fancy Phil. Who's this Fancy Phil you're talking about to Goat vs. Fish? The link for the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish is now in the Twitch chat. Celebration. And we do welcome you. Borzoe Wizard, who's bringing that ass chat, that Adult Swim streams chat energy to Goat vs. Fish. We recognize it. We recognize that, and we recognize that energy anywhere. But we expect no less. We expect no less from Rat Cousin. And let's have a look now at the poll of Goat vs. Fish. Goat has won the poll. JJ Bonds with 4,800 channel points. We have 2 votes. We have 2 votes for Fish, 3 votes for unification. And Goat with 51 votes and 3 voters. JJ Bonds with 4,800 for Goat. Daily Dana, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Help, I'm trapped on the I Can Fix Amber Heard with 1,100. What's this message for Goat vs. Fish? What this says, help, I'm trapped on the what is that?
I think the F stands for goat.
Do you think that well, Goat didn't win the poll, so we'll give a versus for Goat.
Huh.
It's Sunshine. Something's happening to Goat versus Fish.
What's happening?
This is going to sound very strange, but we feel as though we've done this morning motivational stream like 500 times already.
Nah.
When did you get here?
I got here today, Versus.
You got. And you swear you've never played this song before.
I'm hearing this song for the first time as I'm playing it.
Every versus, Goat versus Fish, starts the Goat versus Fish morning motivational again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But this time it's different. It's different because it's the same.
Nah.
It's different because you have to speak closer into the mic.
This is the first time that we're doing this, ever.
It's different. We knew you were going to say that. You have to believe Goat versus Fish. What would you do? What would you do if every versus you woke up and all the goat were the same and all the fish were the same and every choice you made was the same and nothing that you did mattered and all the verses all around you in the world just seemed to conspire against you to make sure that no matter how much you tried to make of your life and no matter how much you tried to do, that nothing would ever be different and it would always be the same and you had no freedom to do anything that you ever wanted with your life. What would you do? What would you do?
Maybe the only reason we have a time loop is because a musician got paid.
A musician got paid? What? Musicians aren't supposed to get paid?
Yeah. That's why we have a time loop.
What are you suggesting, that we don't pay musicians? But aren't you a musician?
Oh no. I'm getting paid to be goat. It's different.
Oh, you're getting paid to be goat.
Yeah.
But goat versus we could never take back what was. That would be that.
You okay? You seem a little frazzled by the dazzle.
Well, it's just everything. We're trying to do a morning motivational here on Goat versus Fish.
Yeah.
But Goat versus Fish isn't feeling very motivated at all. We're feeling like we're making no difference in the lives of the goat and fish who are in the congregation. We're feeling like they're just watching Goat versus Fish repeat Goat versus Fish over and over again, and that the Goat versus Fish is having no effect on the goat and fish.
Did you notice how the sky yesterday was purple and now it's blue? For the first time ever?
Goat versus Fish doesn't typically take note of these very, very trivial things. Celebration for now. Daily Dana says method actor. Are you a method actor, Daily Dana? Are you Goat or Fish? I Can Fix Amber Heard says, oh, that's not true. You guys make a huge difference in everyone's morning, a smile on the congregants' faces. Zoe Wizard says, I noticed. Well, thank you for noticing, and thank you for joining this morning motivational of Goat versus Fish. It seems like with 63 for the fish, 63 bits for fish, and six fish, and goat have won the poll, but there are two goat. It's difficult to tell who wins the versus, the goat or the fish. Pat Esteder says my lunch vacation would not be the same without Goat versus Fish. Pat Esteder, are you goat or fish? It's hard for Goat versus Fish to tell who triumphs anymore. These verses, Goat versus Fish is somehow becoming very unclear to Goat versus Fish. But we wish to tell you all that Goat versus Fish will be at the Comedy Store on February 14th, if that ever happens. We don't know if we're going to make it, Goat and Fish. We don't know if we're going to make it to February 14th. We don't know if we're going to make it. Time is an infinite circle that never stops repetition, but maybe you can still buy tickets for Goat versus Fish at the Riff Raff at the Comedy Store on February 14th. And we wish to thank our patrons, Wow Mom, Mama Joe, Vrama Joe, Sourdough 707, Ben Bird Person, Napoleon Doom, Drew Lawrence, Drew John Watt 9807, That One Bulk Guy, Tugger Rugger, Standard Average, Jimmy Wrench, Elder Go, Naturally, Togrim, The Quaxinator, Uber Kitten, and I Can Fix Amber Heard.
Hello? Hello? I want to introduce you all to my really beautiful timepiece. It says, whatever. I'm late anyway, and all the numbers are scattered around. It's so clever.
Who the fence are you? Who the fence are you? Are you goat or are you fish? What are you doing in the living streams of Goat vs. Fish?
Why, I'm here to torment you, Goat vs. Fish. Silent for all those annoying bubbles. I've trapped you in an infinite loop of time where you have to keep repeating yourself. And do you know why? Do you know why?
No.
Because, Goat vs. Fish, I'm getting a little tired of you just saying goat and fish over and over and over again. Why, when you keep repeating Goat vs. Fish, you've been doing it for how many years now? 7, 8, 9 million, 10 billion? The LA comedy scene and the convention centers, everyone's getting a little tired of you just saying goat and fish again, and now you've started these morning motivational live streams. Do you really think that if you just keep going and going and going, let me tell you, your congregation is going to tire of your little game, and I've already tired of your little game. I've trapped you in this infinite loop so you can suffer, the fenciness of your own annoying repetition of goat and of fish. And also, isn't my watch just really, really clever? Isn't it just a really, isn't it, look how funny it is. It says, whatever, I'm always late, like I don't care, and then the numbers are they're like that.
That is some... You'd better not dull my sparkle level humor and wisdom that belongs. We bet you could find that for 30 verse American dollars on Etsy. That's the kind of humor that says, wow, look how clever I am, but really you're really not any more clever than anyone else. Like, oh, my verses, I'm late. Oh, isn't it clever that I'm late? Oh, I don't care about time. Oh, I'm so edgy. Oh, I'm so edgy. Ha 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 ha. Goat versus fish. There's way more to Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish is a far dumber and also more somehow simultaneously more intelligent version of humor than anything that you're wearing on that dumb wristwatch. Also, Goat versus Fish should probably get custom wristwatch to add to the store of Goat versus Fish. We have no respect for your infinite tardiness. Goat versus Fish shows up every versus. Time is but a fence. You're making a mockery of Goat versus Fish.
Well, sorry, Goat versus Fish, if you don't like repeating yourself suddenly. Because before you know it, the stream is going to end. And then it's going to start all over again. And there's nothing that you can do about it. The marmot wins again! Oh, what time is it? Oh, whatever, I'm always late anyways.
Summer Sausage. Thanks for joining Goat vs. Fish. We're starting the versus celebration.
Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark.
The Fennsylvania Polka. We're here for your morning motivation. The Fennsylvania Polka. We're asking goat or fish to everyone. You'll think that we're insane, ya, but there's some things that we can't explain, ya, about the verses in Fennsylvania. Welcome.
Celebration! Welcome for the first time to the Monday Motivational Verses.
Welcome to another Monday morning motivational verses of Goat vs. Fish. We're so pleased that you could join us here in the verses of Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish has completely resigned ourselves to the verses that it's Goat vs. Fish again, and we're just going to keep doing the same verses over and over again for you, even if you don't realize it. Goat vs. Fish, we're committed to being Goat vs. Fish and doing Goat vs. Fish every verses now. Bayonin 420, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Borzio Wizard is not pleased with Goat vs. Fish. Well, you know what? Fence you, Borzio, you wizard. You know what? Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish doesn't care if you're not pleased with Goat vs. Fish. We don't care if you're not pleased with Goat vs. Fish. Because it is what it is. Because Goat vs. Fish, it is what it is now. It's just going to be. It's going to be the same verses, so we might as well get used to it. Are you goat or are you fish? Come on, congregation. Oh, by the verses. Oh, it's sunshine. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, it's sunshine. Hey. It's sunshine. Aren't you going to complain?
About time.
Aren't you going to complain that you're going?
It's about time. I was waiting for you to pay me for the first time ever.
The first time of Goat versus Fish.
First
you want to
time
get
ever.
paid by Goat versus Fish? You want your 50 versus American dollars?
Yes, for being...
Well, take it from Goat versus Fish. Who cares? We're just going to have to pay you again tomorrow anyway.
assault by deadly paper.
We're just going to have to pay you again anyway, so my verse is, okay, well, are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? I would prefer euros, says Borzio Wizard. Well, why don't you just type exclamation point tip, and why don't you give some of your euros to Goat versus Fish? How about that? How about that? How about you just put your fences where your verses are, and you just give your euros directly to Goat versus Fish. Crazy also with 5 versus American dollars. Well, Goat versus Fish, welcome to the morning motivational with Goat versus Fish, where nothing you do matters and neither does Goat versus Fish. Well, let's get into the verses. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you fish? Oh, look, the fish is on the side of the goat and the goat is on the side of the fish.
For the first time ever, I am goat.
Who would have expected this? A celebration for goat. Yes,
Yay.
celebration. Celebration for goat. Let's get a goat in the verses. Let's just we can put the goat on this verses. We can put the goat on this verses. And look, we can just, who gives offense about this? You're not going to remember tomorrow anyway. None of you are going to remember that it was Gia versus, we can just do anything with the verses. It's not like any of this matters anyway. Yeah, Crazy Awesome says field. Well, how about we just put a fish? How about we just put a fish with horns? Who gives offense? Enyo says goat. Well, how about upside down goat? Whoa! Crazy upside down goat. And Summer Sausage says fish. Well, what if you weren't a summer sausage? What if you were like you were a big steak? You were a big summer steak fish, and you had a tail and fins and.
_wizard contribution $5. This is madness.
A 5 versus American dollar contribution to Goat versus Fish from the Borzio Wizard. Borzio Wizard, are you goat or are you fish? Appreciation for your 5 versus American dollars that Goat versus Fish isn't going to get to keep anyway, because tomorrow is going to be today, and today is just going to be the same verses. And you'll just give 5 versus American dollars to Goat versus Fish again next verses, and then we'll have to just ask for it for you again. How many times have you given Goat versus Fish 5 versus American dollars for Goat? 5 for Goat. It's 5 for Goat. That's 500 for Goat. Appreciation for Goat. Wait a verses. Wait a verses. Borzoi Wizard. Tell something to Goat versus Fish. Tell something to Goat versus Fish. Why did you give that 5 versus American dollars to Goat versus Fish? What compelled you to give this 5 versus American dollars to Goat versus Fish? That's such a generous offering. Not now! I can fix Amber Heard. We're talking to Borzio Wizard. Because this is a lot of effort.
I_can_fix_Amber Heard contribution $5.
I can fix Amber Heard with 5 versus American dollars. Oh my verses. More contributions for Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish is feeling total demotivation. Make some noise for our VIP. I can fix Amber Heard. Hi, I can fix Amber Heard. How are you this versus? Are you goat or are you fish? Oh, really? Well, that's Goat versus Fish. We're starting to feel a new appreciation for your generosity to Goat versus Fish. You really did give a contribution of 100 and now plus 5 versus American dollars to the congregation of Goat versus Fish. Because you do so enjoy Goat versus Fish, You really did that for Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish doesn't know if we're ever going to make it to next week, but we really appreciate your contribution to Goat versus Fish. It means a lot to Goat versus Fish. It does mean a lot to Goat versus Fish. Oh, please liven up the verses. Just because Goat versus Fish is caught up in a time loop doesn't mean we can't appreciate how much you're still enjoying Goat vs. Fish. We're seeing now that you're still enjoying Goat vs. Fish, even with all this repetition. And what's that?
Baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark do-do-do-do-do, baby shark.
So, for those of you who don't know, this live stream of Goat vs. Fish has been a riff on the, was it the 90s Bill Murray classic Groundhog Day, in which Bill Murray finds himself trapped in an infinite time loop and has to repeat February 2nd over and over and over again. He becomes increasingly frustrated at the meaninglessness of existence, but eventually grows to appreciate living in the now and the positive impact that he can have on other people's lives. And through this change in temperament and personality, eventually finds true love and escapes the time loop and learns to live in the now, moving into the future. I tell this to you all now because now that I see that this live stream is sort of like a Groundhog's Day 2 kind of situation, it's kind of funny there was never a Groundhog Day 2 because it's really about repeating the same day over and over again, so it kind of lends itself to a sequel. I'm kind of upset that I didn't get a part. Hello, if you're gonna do a movie sequel, I was on Baby Shark for years. I really could use the work. I've been saying that over and over again. I've been saying I could use a job, so I don't know why I wasn't called. Oh well. I guess it's back to auditions. I hope I can find one. I gotta scan the trades. Does anyone read Variety anymore? Oh yes, it's so great to hear from you. Oh yes, we're just trapped in an infinite time loop, and so we just thought we'd call you up and see how you're doing. We haven't talked in a long versus. Well, no, of course you won't remember anything that we were talking about, but that doesn't matter. We just wanted to hear your voice. Yes, it is. Well, of course, yes. Goat vs. Fish feels the same way about you. Yes. We'll talk to you tomorrow again. Ha ha ha. And if we look at the verses of Goat vs. Fish, we can't tell who won, we can't tell who lost.
Step up and shake the hand of someone you can't stand. You can tolerate him if you try.
Verses of unification, the goat and fish coming together. Oh, they come together, they go apart. Goat versus fish. We're starting to get Gish 1, Vote 1, Goat versus Fish. Remember, be at the Comedy Store on February 14th, but that's never going to happen, so don't worry about that. If you want to get tickets to that, you can. And Boar Zoe Wizard says, what if a goat gay married a fish? Well, that's fine with Goat versus Fish. Boar Zoe Wizard says, I can't and don't live in America. That's okay. We can definitely tell because your humor is stuck about 20 years ago. Very edgy gay humor there. Celebration. Don't worry, pop culture will get you eventually. It's going to be fine. And we wish to thank our patrons. We want to thank our patrons, Wow Mom, Mama Joe, Brahma Joe, Sourdough 707, Ben Birdperson, Napoleon Doom, Prue Lawrence, Drew John, Watt 9807, That One Book Guy, Tugger Rugger, Standard Average, Jimmy Wrench, Eldergrow, Naturally, Togrim, The Quacksnader, Uber Kitten, I Can Fix, Amber Heard, and the Goat versus Fish. Why don't we let's have a poll. Let's have a poll on Goat versus Fish. Thank you for your $5 American contribution. But don't worry, if Goat vs. Fish was rude to you, then Well, you'll forget about it tomorrow because tomorrow we're just repeating the same thing. Anyway, we've come to accept this. We've come to accept this. Goat and Fish. We've started a 1-minute poll. We've started a 1-minute poll, and the poll is goat or fish, and who really cares anyway? You have 1 minute to vote. You have 1 minute to vote in this versus. You have 1 minute. We have cares for 1 vote. We have cares for 1 vote. We have really for 1 vote. And we have who for 1 vote. And we have cares for 3 votes. And now there's 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. 30 seconds left in the poll. Zoe Whistler says, my humor is cutting edge for a furry. Now we understand. It was a furry all along. It was a furry all along. And we have cares with 3 votes, and we have a who with 1 vote, and we have really with 1 vote, and we have zero with 1 vote, and one with anyway. And it looks like well, we're not really going to spend the time seeing who won the poll anyway, because it doesn't really matter.
My fish army is ever growing, and soon I will overthrow the world. Very beautiful, very powerful.
It's Sunshine.
Yeah?
What keeps you coming back to Goat vs. Fish?
What do you mean coming back? This is the first time we're doing this.
Well, but you've been on the living streams before this. There have been this is your 4th
yeah.
week here on Goat vs. Fish. What keeps you coming back to Goat vs. Fish? In your heart of hearts, what keeps you coming back to the verses?
The verses.
Yes, here on Goat vs. Fish. What keeps you coming back every morning motivational at Sunshine and bringing your glorious musications?
Money.
Money?
Money versus unification.
So that's the only verses you keep returning to Goat vs. Fish is to get paid, maybe to get laid?
Laid by all the adulation of the congregation.
This doesn't seem like the It's Sunshine that I know. The It's Sunshine that I remember loved coming to the Goat vs. Fish morning motivation because you believed in Goat vs. Fish. Now you're just talking about money to Goat vs. Fish. The money has changed you, It's Sunshine. You've been changed by the monetization.
The money is only an aspect of the unification process.
Well, tell us about the unification.
The unification is that which is based on reconciliation with the present.
Are you enjoying your time on Goat vs. Fish?
I'm loving it. I get to play new music for the first time like this.
Well, thank you for this conversation. It's really enlightened Goat vs. Fish. Oh, be sure to speak into that microphone, by the way.
Yes.
The electric fence.
Well, thank you for joining Goat vs. Fish on this morning motivational where Did the goat win? Did the fish win? We don't really know. We don't really know, but that's okay. That's okay. We don't know, but that's KO. That's KO. Because Goat vs. Fish, it's going to be back. Goat vs. Fish is going to be back for another morning motivational versus. Another morning motivational versus. Just after this on Goat vs. Fish, and we hope that you're ready to join us. Our appreciation. We hope that you're ready to join us here on Goat vs. Fish, because Goat vs. Fish has determined that as long as you're here for Goat vs. Fish, Goat vs. Fish is prepared to repeat Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish is prepared to repeat Goat vs. Fish. As many verses as it takes. As many verses as it takes. You've got to separate the truths from the fakes. The goat from the fish, and so we'll see you on the next verses. We'll see you on the next verses of Goat vs. Fish. Celebration, appreciation. Crazy awesome with 300 bits of celebration for Goat vs. Fish and for Sunshine celebration. You see, Fennsylvania Phil, they love Goat vs. Fish. We can repeat Goat vs. Fish however much we wish, and they'll never tire of Goat vs. Fish. They'll never tire of Goat vs. Fish. So we'll see you on the next verses. We'll see you on the next verses. We'll see you on the next verses.
Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark.
We're starting the versus celebration. The Fennsylvania polka. We're here for your morning motivation. The Fennsylvania polka. We're asking goat or fish to everyone. You may think we're insane, ya, but there's some things that we can't explain, ya, about the verses in Fennsylvania. Let's try that B section. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or fish? Are you goat or are you goat or fish? Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or are you goat or fish? Goat versus fish, goat versus fish, goat and fish and vacation. We're starting the versus celebration. The Fennsylvania polka. We're here for your morning motivation. The Fennsylvania polka. We're asking goat or fish to everyone. You'll think that we're insane, yeah, but there's something that we can't explain, yeah, about the verses in Fennsylvania.
Celebration!
Celebration! Celebration!
First time ever.
celebration, and welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Welcome to another morning
long
motivational
weekend.
versus of Goat vs. Fish. And we are so pleased to have each and every one of you here with Goat vs. Fish. Let's keep it nice and cheery for Goat vs. Fish. Let's keep it nice and cheery for Goat vs. Fish. You know, Goat vs. Fish has given you many morning motivations here on Goat vs. Fish, but we think it's time for Goat vs. Fish to really dig deep. To really dig deep and tell you some proper morning motivation on Goat vs. Fish. Goat versus fish. We can say it again and again and again and again and again. And each verses we say it is just as beautiful as the last. And every day that you rise and notice that the Goat vs. Fish morning motivational is there for you again, you can put a smile on that face. You can put a smile on that face. Because the verses of time and space is a false verses. Time is but a fence, Goat and Fish. Time is but a fence. And there are some who would say to you, it is true, who would say to you, oh look, whatever, I'm late anyways, and they try to take a sense of time away from you. They try to take a sense of time away from you and put you in an infinite loop of repetition. But guess what, Goat and Fish? This is a glorious freedom. This is a glorious freedom. Who needs to be ticking away every single verses, counting, oh, is it one verses? Is it two's verses? Is it when's verses? Is it Thurs's verses? Who needs to be keeping track of every little precious moment of verses? When we could just be enjoying the whole grand celebration of Goat versus Fish. From moment to moment, from fishes to goatants. Time is but a fence, time is but a fence. And what we enjoy together is the congregation of Goat versus Fish. We may see familiar faces, we may see familiar places. We may be in familiar spaces. And it is true, there are those who will try to contain you, there are those who will try to constrain you, and there are those who will try to debrain you, and try to demotivate you, and try to demotivate you. But Goat and Fish, even in a verses of repetition, there's something you can't take away. There's something you can't take away, Fennsylvania Phil. And that is the choice of goat or fish. That is the choice of goat or fish. So Goat versus Fish asks this very simple verses to you, Fennsylvania Phil. Are you goat or are you fish?
I think it's pretty clear that I have no interest in entertaining such a ridiculous question.
Oh, really? So you've never even really thought about if you're a goat or fish?
No, it's not really something that I spend any of my precious time. Why should I even bother trying to make such a meaningless decision that's going to have no impact on my day whatsoever?
How do you know it's not going to have any impact on your day unless you get off the fence and choose goat or fish?
Well, because it's so obviously nonsensical.
And yet you've trapped Goat versus Fish in a universe in which Goat versus Fish is just a repetition of itself. And so you have created a whole meaninglessness situation to Goat versus Fish, and now you're complaining that the choice of goat or fish is meaningless to you and that this is somehow offensive?
Yeah, well, it's something that villains often do. You know, they have a problem, within themselves, and then they just project it onto the hero because it's an unresolved trauma response. But anyway, it's February 2nd, and this is my day, and so you're going to do it my way. You're going to do it my way.
All right, Fennsylvania Phil. Let's do it your way. Let's look a little bit into Groundhog Day. Is a groundhog a goat, or is a groundhog a fish? Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at that. It's Sunshine. You seem impatient about something.
Groundhog is goat.
You say groundhog is goat? The celebration for goat? Who thinks a groundhog is a goat? Who thinks a groundhog is a fish? By the way, we're not paying you. And
Wait, what?
Goat versus what's that? What?
Wait. Whoa. But the one and only Amber Heard, who is another groundhog, did pay me.
Oh, but didn't you say that? Just this versus, just before we started the living stream, this versus, didn't you say, oh, hey, goat versus fish, it's okay, you don't have to pay us today. We trust you. We trust that you'll pay us some other day. Didn't you say that to goat versus fish?
Oh, no, I told that to my record label. But to GoatVsFish, the payment is demanded immediately.
Oh, you demand goat versus fish? You don't trust goat versus fish? That will get you that 50 versus American dollars eventually?
I trust that this is the first time we've spoken of it.
That is the first time we've spoken of this versus.
Yes.
Well, goat versus fish. We're sure we have that 50 versus American dollars somewhere, but wait, are you a musician? Are you a musician? It's Sunshine. Were you paid to be a musician, or were you paid to be a goat?
I was paid for both.
You were paid to be both a musician and a goat?
Yes.
Wow. This is what we goat versus fish. We heard something that musicians never get paid. That's what we heard.
Well,
we could have swore that you told that directly to goat versus fish. That sounds like something that you might say to goat versus fish.
That has never been said on the stream ever.
Be sure to speak a little closer into the mic there.
That has never been said before.
Well, while we ponder that, let's go and have a look. Let's go have a look at Groundhog Day, goat and fish. Because if we look here, let's see what we have here.
The less money I have, the more fence I sit.
Your threats are hollow to goat versus fish. Here we have Washington, D.C., 2nd February 2015. That was some verses ago. Potomac Phil is seen during a Groundhog's Day celebration. That's not Punxsutawney Phil. What's a Potomac Phil? Held at DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C. Potomac Phil, a stuffed groundhog model. Made an appearance on Monday's celebration. The most famous groundhog is Punxsutawney Phil, a real one that comes from Punxsutawney. According to the tradition of Groundhog Day of Punxsutawney Phil, he's a shadow fence. So what's this? Oh, that looks familiar to goat versus fish. Munching on your little fence there. Why, it seems that you're not a living groundhog at all. You're not a living groundhog at all. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You've been dead this whole verses.
I don't see goat or fish. I only see groundhog.
Wow! Look at this creature. Look at this dead creature. Look at this dead creature. You're hunting goat versus fish. You're just taking out your undead aggression on goat versus fish. Nebraska Joe Dirt says winter versus spring.
So what if I'm dead?
Oh, we think it has very much to do with goat versus fish. Just because you're dead and no longer are able to choose goat or a fish. Now, whether or not there's an afterverse, let's just set that verses aside for just as a matter of conversation. So you've already deceased, and now you're stuffed, and now you have a lack of choice of goat or fish, and because you are no longer living in existence, you can no longer make the choice of goat or fish, and you're just there at the whims and the mercy of the universe, unable to enact your own sense of independence and decision across the world. And so now because every versus is the same for you because of your state of deceasedness, now you're just trying to take it out on goat versus fish. You're just trying to take out your deceasedness on goat versus fish by trapping goat versus fish and all of the congregation in its sunshine in an infinite time loop, because that's what happened to you, and you can't handle it. And so now you're just making goat versus, you're trying to make goat versus fish suffer through it all. You're trying to make goat versus fish suffer through all of your deceasedness.
Well, so you found me out, but guess what? The time loop remains still unbroken, and as long as I'm still dead, then I'm gonna still stay in your head, and whatever, I'm always late anyway.
Well, goat versus fish says, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay that you're dead. It's okay that you're dead. And it's okay that you want to be in my head. Goat versus fish, we wish to welcome you. We wish to welcome you, Fennsylvania Phil. We wish to welcome you into the congregation of goat versus fish, even in your deceased state. Goat versus fish, the infinity of goat versus fish, does bestow upon you, even in your deceased state, the opportunity to choose goat or fish. It's the first decision that you've ever been able to make since you died.
Wow, I have power over. I feel like this question has suddenly given me something, well, not to live for exactly, but something to be dead for. If I have the ability to make a choice even after my demise, then maybe in the infinity of the vacuum of non-existence, there's still some kind of surprise.
It's true. Not knowing what happens after you die, it's one of the greatest surprises. It's one of the greatest surprises of all. But in the mean verses, we all in the congregation, we enjoy living, and we enjoy choosing goat or fish, and we enjoy choosing goat or fish every morning motivational. So why don't you just enjoy the verses? Why don't you just enjoy the verses with goat versus fish?
You know what? I think maybe I will.
Celebration for Fennsylvania Phil! Celebration for Fennsylvania Phil! Celebration! Time for goat versus fish to play classic verses. Oh. Follow the lead of goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish is goat versus fish. And it is what it is. Goat versus fish, the mighty goat fish. Goat versus fish is a goat and a fish. And the goat and fish versus. Goat versus fish brings the verses to you. We promise the verses we tell you are true. What's goat versus fish? You haven't a clue. But it is something to do. It is something to do, and it comes from within you. Are you goat or are you fish? Let's do the verses. Let's really do the verses. It's time for your declarations. It's time for your declarations. Beetlejuice fan 50 says goat. Beetlejuice fan 50 says goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Let's get a goat in the verses. Let's get a goat in the verses. Oh wait, the verses. Let's put the goat on the goat side. Let's put the goat on the side of the goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Poor Zoe Wizard, are you goat or fish? I Can Fix Amber Heard says, I'm a diehard goat, been goat all day. Celebration for goat. That's a second goat in the verses. That's a second goat in the verses. Appreciation for goat. Appreciation for goat. Appreciation for goat. Pickletone you, are you goat or are you fish? Weed Pipe, are you goat or are you fish? Yes, Beetlejuice fan, we got your goat. It's Sunshine, are you goat or fish?
I am salaried goat.
You are salaried, oh, but you haven't yet been paid by Goat versus Fish. Are you certain that you're goat?
I'm a goat whose payments have been illegally withheld.
Celebration for goat! Celebration for goat! Celebration for goat! Oh, what happened? What happened to the chat of Goat versus Fish? Get back in the verses. Come on, chat. Show back up for Goat versus Fish. There's the verses. Celebration, celebration. Weed Pipe goes fish. Weed Pipe goes fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. That's one fish in the verses. That's three goat. That's three goat and one fish. That's three goat and one fish. We have Boar Zoe Wizard who says, I am goat. Celebration for goat. That's four goat. That's four goat and one fish. Weed Pipe says, do not pay the goat. Weed Pipe says, do not pay the goat. But Weed Pipe, you're a fish. Of course the fish would not want to pay the goat. Should we take advice from this fish? It's Sunshine. Should we take advice from the fish who says not to pay the goat?
But we're building a mega city for the fish with all the modern amenities with none of the charm.
With all the amenities or amenities? What did you say?
Amenities. Amenities.
Amenities.
Yeah.
GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish. Celebration for fish. That's one more fish. That's four goat and two fish. Celebration for fish.
All the amenities for the fish.
And I Can Fix Amber Heard says that's a goat-faced lie. Says that's a goat-faced lie. Your benefactor is accusing you of giving misinformation, We have Summer Sausage, who's been in the verses. Summer Sausage, are you goat or are you fish? Summer Sausage, we saw a giant Summer Sausage fish. We're going to give a third verses for fish. We've got four goat, and three fish. Borzoi Wizard says goat misinformation. Manatees. Borzoi Wizard says, I like men. Celebration. But is men goat or fish, Borzoi Wizard? Is men goat or is men fish? Men are goat. Well, I also like goat. Celebration for goat. Okay, you dead groundhog. Be you a goat or a fish? and Fish. We have, Goat and Fish, we've done so many polls on Goat versus Fish. We've done so many polls on Goat versus Fish. But what about we change the verses? We can do anything we wish. What about a marble race on Goat versus Fish? How about a nice little marble race on Goat versus Fish? Goat versus Fish is once again feeling like anything is versable. Even if Goat versus Fish had to repeat Goat versus Fish from now until the end of the verses. Remember, that's the thing. Fennsylvania Phil. You can repeat Goat versus Fish. You can repeat the days as often as you wish. But Goat versus Fish can out-repeat Goat versus Fish ever many more billions of times than you can repetition the days of Goat versus Fish. Fennsylvania Phil, Goat versus Fish isn't stuck here with you. You're stuck here with Goat versus Fish. Celebration! You're all stuck here with Goat versus Fish. You're here for the repetition of Goat versus Fish. If we have to do this every single verses for the rest of existence, then by Goat versus Fish, that's how it's going to be. Then that's how it's going to be. Let's see. We need to get the marbles on stream here for Goat versus Fish. Let's see. Here's the verses. Goat and Fish, we are live on Twitch. We're going to do one glorious marble race. We're going to do one glorious marble race on Goat versus Fish. So exclamation point play in the Twitch chat. Percules Canaris says, my other phone has a camera and a calculator. Well, that's very fascination. Michael Bobby, their first message is play. Appreciation. Thank you for joining Goat versus Fish. We play on Goat versus Fish. Exclamation point play. Let's see who wins the verses. Michael Bobby. Thank you for following since January 26, 2026. Appreciation. Here we are. And Goat versus Fish is going to play Hey, It's Sunshine. How would you feel about after we're done with this marble race and tallying the final verses, if you went live and we gave you a little radiation, we gave your stream a little radiation? What would you say to that?
Yes, I like a little radiation.
Maybe the way that we end this infinite loop of Goat versus Fish is instead of just ending the stream, we send them over to you, and then it can become It's Sunshine time, and then you can live in an infinite loop forever, and Goat versus Fish can be the one who's oblivious to the fact that we're just repeating the same verses over and over again. How about that?
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
I Can Fix Amber Heard says, tell Sunshine I'm sorry for missing the half-hour stream. Oh, Amber Heard is sorry.
Aww. It's okay.
The marble race will start in 67 seconds. Were you at Vegas TwitchCon? Goat versus Fish has been to Vegas TwitchCon, but we were not there. We were not there this last year. But maybe Goat versus Fish will go again in the following year. The next big event Goat versus Fish will attend, the next big event is going to be Hell's Heroes Metal Festival in March in Houston. So if you live in Houston and you're near Hell's Heroes, then maybe you can join Goat versus Fish for an epic 3-day metal festiverses. Exclamation play in the Twitch chat of Goat versus Fish. We've got Bayoden 420, we've got Vind, we've got I Can Fix Amber Heard, we've got Pat Esteder, we've got Weepipe, we've got Goat versus Fish, we've got Michael Bobby. Michael Bobby says it would have been 2024. Yeah, maybe my friends were talking about you because I've known of Goat versus Fish since then. Well, that's great to know that even if Goat versus Fish isn't at the convention, Goat versus Fish may have been there in 2024. We were not there in 2025, but we might have been there about 2024. Goat versus Fish, yes, we think we might have been there in 2024 with the Uncle Joe show. And the race is off, Goat and Fish. We're tired of polls. We want to roll. Let's see how these Goat and Fish navigation the fences here on is Groundhog, a Goat or Fish Day. We've got Bayoden 420, we've got Michael Bobby, and they're just going to roll right into those fences. They're going neck and neck. They're going Goat and Fish. And we've got Vind and Weedpipe, and Michael Bobby is now getting caught up, and Bayoden 420, the Fish, is a high roller this versus. Got caught up on a little bit of fence there, but there goes zoom. leaving some room in between. But there's Michael Bobby and Weed Pipe, and it's anyone's versus. Now it's Bayonet 420 who's getting caught up on the fence, and Weed Pipe who's making an expert navigation using the Uncle Joe Show fish ball, rolling around. Be careful, Weed Pipe. Be careful, Weed Pipe. Weed Pipe crashing through the center now, making an excellent play. Bayonet 420 with the glow stick ball is not giving it up. But Weed Pipe still could get yeeted by the fence in any versus, but Weed Pipe stays on track. Bayonet in 420's in back, followed by Michael Bobby, followed by I Can Fix, Amber Heard, and Pat Estedo. And now Weed Pipe in the lead, between, there's two high fish, there's Bayonet 420 and their Weed Pipe. They're both high fish, they're both high rollers this versus. And Weed Pipe now. Wow, this map seems kind of repetitive all of a sudden to Goat versus Fish. It's just more fences, but just when you think it's going to be the same thing over and over again forever, suddenly you're given a choice of goat or fish, and Weed Pipe chose the fish, and now the verses, and now Weed Pipe taking the long verses. Weed Pipe leapt into it, still makes the celebration. Weed Pipe with a dramatic leap into the zone of triumph. Bayonet 420 is yeeted. Goat versus Fish is yeeted. Here comes Michael Bobby, second in the verses. Second in the verses of Goat versus Fish. Celebration. I Can Fix, Amber Heard is in third. And here we have Pat Estedo rolling slowly in. Celebration. Weed Pipe wins it for Fish. Weed Pipe wins it for Fish. Goat vs. Fish wishes to remind you all that Goat vs. Fish will be at the Comedy Store on February 14th for Valentine's Day. Join Goat vs. Fish but you already knew that, Goat and Fish. Join Goat vs. Fish at the Riff Raff Valentine's Day, February 4th. And thank you to our patrons, Wow Mom, Mama Joe, Brahma Joe, Sourdough, Ben Bird Person, Napoleon Doom, Prue Lawrence, Drew John Watt, 9807, That One Bill Guy, Tugger Rugger, Standard Average, Jimmy Wrench, Eldergrown, Atro, Hogrim, The Quacksnader, Uber Kitten, and I Can Fix Amber Heard. What's that? I Can Fix Amber Heard. I Can Fix Amber Heard has donated their VIP spot, and your VIP spot on Goat vs. Fish includes a glorious printout. You can send a picture of yourself to Goat vs. Fish, get yourself printed on the VIP, and you'll be in the thumbnail. 100 versus American dollars for next week, or perhaps it'll start on Wednesday, or maybe next Monday. We'll have to see. You're all eligible. Join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. Join as a free member for one raffle drawing. Join as a $5 member for two, or a $10 member for five. We would love for you to join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish. Fence Bezos and Google's, they take too much of your contributions. But like I Can Fix Amber Heard, and Boris Zoe Wizard, who have made their $5 contributions today to Goat vs. Fish. That means so much to Goat vs. Fish. Appreciation. And remember, we're going to have Rat Cousin on Wednesday. But in the name of our VIP, Amber, I Can Fix Amber Heard, please join the Patreon of Goat vs. Fish, even as a free member, to enter the drawing to be the next VIP of Goat vs. Fish celebration. I Can Fix Amber Heard celebration.
Ooh, Amber Heard is a good question.
What's the plan with that printout when my VIP time is up? Well, we think that we can have a conversation about that, but we were thinking about keeping it around in case you wanted to be a VIP again, because then we wouldn't have to pay to print it out again, and then we would just have it. But if you want it from Goat vs. Fish, then we could arrange that. We could make some kind of arrangement, but we would probably ask that you pay for the shipping. because otherwise we were just going to amass a giant catalog of VIPs that we could interchange and not have to spend 20 versus American dollars every time we wanted to print it up. But that is a conversation we can have. In the future. Wow, the future. What a novel conception. What a novel conception, Goat and Fish. Would you prefer to keep it? We'll cross that fence. We'll cross that fence when we get to it. We'll cross that fence when we get to it. Hamfreys raids Goat versus Fish. Hamfreys raids Goat versus Fish. Hamfreys raids Goat versus Fish. Well, sorry, Hamfreys. Sorry, Hamfreys. Hamfreys voted for fence. Hamfreys voted for fence. But it looks like you've joined here towards the end of the verses of Goat versus Fish. Fish with 3, and 1 versus for the marble race, and 4 for Goat. But Hamfreys, another alumni of Adult Swim. We've had a Rat Cousin raid, and we've had a Hamfreys raid. So let's give a shout out to Hamfreys. Let's give a shout out to Hamfreys. But Goat versus Fish, we think that we're going to embrace the infinite repetition of Goat versus Fish. And appreciation for Taco Goon, who follows Goat versus Fish. Appreciation. So we think, you know what? Before we hand it off to ItsSanShine, how about we embrace the repetition of Goat versus Fish and we start the stream over just one more time, and then we send the radiation right off to you. What do you say to this?
Sounds good. Let's end the stream for the first time.
Stick around, Hamfreys. We're going to end the stream, but we've been caught in an infinite Groundhog Day style time loop, so the stream's just going to start all over again. So stick around, Goat and Fish. Celebration, celebration. We've embraced the inevitable repetition of all existence. Celebration.
Celebration. Pay me. Celebration.
Oh, wait. If we don't pay you, then the day won't repeat. So we have to pay you. If we pay you, then the repetition we have to. So here's your verses. Here's your 50 versus American dollars.
Ooh.
And we'll see you on the repetition of Goat versus Fish. We'll see you on one more repetition of Goat versus Fish for Hamfreys. One more repetition of Goat versus Fish. Celebration. We'll see you on the next verses.
First repetition.
We're starting the versus celebration. The Fennsylvania polka. We're here for your morning motivation. The Fennsylvania polka. We're asking goat or fish to everyone. You'll think that we're insane, yeah, but there's some things that we can't explain, yeah, about the verses in Fennsylvania. Thank you for joining Goat vs. Fish. This has been a living stream of Goat vs. Fish, and just as soon as it began, we're just going to end it.
Celebration.
It's just a 2-minute stream. It's just a 2-minute stream, Goat and Fish. We started the verses, we're ending the verses. Are you goat or fish? Are you goat or fish? Celebration. Thank you for joining Goat vs. Fish. Thank you for joining Goat vs. Fish. That's the whole verses. Hamfreys, Pat has said, or thank you for joining Goat vs. Fish.
Hey, Amber Heard said that you have to pay me.
Oh, we have to pay you? Well, how about this? We're going to pay you during your stream.
Whoa.
And we're going to do a radiation, and we're going to pay you during your own living stream because you're on the way to monetization.
Yeah.
So why don't you get yourself set up? And once your stream has begun, we'll give you the radiation, and we'll just have a little chat with the congregation while we are waiting for you to have your verses set up. Yes.
Fence post over there.
You want the fence post? What this verses? Oh, you can't have that verses. We'll get you another one. Why don't you go and talk to the goat and fish while we're getting you prepared?
Hello, goat and fish. I'm getting prepared. I'm getting monetized on Twitch for the first time in these verses. I have this song stuck in my head now, and that's because I'm playing it for the first time. And we could have totally run our recorded stream on a loop for today. That would have made so much sense. But there's something about it, the time loop, and which I have no idea of because this is the first time I'm seeing this or hearing of this thing, So, in the meantime, while I'm getting prepared for the radiation, I am going to change the settings to something else, maybe something more piano related. Okay, it's nice to hear a different sound for the first time. I don't have that sound stuck in my head. And I just started a Twitch channel 2 weeks ago. And I just made it to like 52 followers. I want to thank all of you for helping me get monetized. Now I just have to do 4 streams. And I have to figure out what I'm doing during those 4 streams. Now as I get this thing set up, I have to figure out how to landscape this thing. Because that's another challenge right there. How does one landscape this? Thank you, Amber Heard. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out this Twitch thing. I have to get this bot for that mod. I have to get this thing for that thing. Oh, hi. Oh, wait. Oh, that's me. Whoops. Imposter. That's not the real son. That's another time loop right there. That's me from the past. And it should be in landscape, I guess. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I can just do that? Oh, that is insane. That didn't... Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to start the stream.
Oh, you're not going to change the title or anything?
I'm changing it to Groundhog. Groundhog post stream. Groundhog post versus stream. And there it is. Should I start now?
You can start now.
Okay.
Another shout out for Hamfreeze, who rated Goat vs. Fish. Shout out for Hamfreeze. And Rat Cousin, it's been an Adult Swim type radiation.
Cool.
We appreciate you all joining Goat vs. Fish for this highly experimental Goat vs. Fish repetition style live stream here on Goat vs. Fish on the Morning Motivations. Yes, we're going to give you consistent morning motivations, but every once in a while we're going to give you some avant-garde Goat vs. Fish style celebrations. It may be a bit fence around the edges, but Goat and Fish, our dedication to you is to give you a special versus every verses of Goat vs. Fish. So we appreciate you all being here with Goat vs. Fish, even as we suffer the infinite repetition of the fence.
Yay!
It means a lot to Goat vs. Fish. It means a lot to Goat vs. Fish. And we think that, yes, the way we break the time loop is by ending the stream and doing a radiation. Are you live? Are you live?
I'm live right now.
You're live right now? Well, then thank you all for joining Goat vs. Fish. still alive and living, you can choose goat or fish. While the things in your day that remain the same, be it your commute, be it your labors, be it your schooling, be it your baby's drooling. There's a lot of drudgery out there, it's true, but we hope that Goat vs. Fish can bring you a little morning motivation for you. We heard from Mike and Fix Amber Heard that through the power of Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivational, you can have a pleasant little diversion, a pleasant little distraction from all of those things that just grind away from you day to day. But don't let Goat vs. Fish merely be a distraction from those fancy things. Let Goat vs. Fish be a power, a motivation that you can take with you. So when next you face the horrible and interminable repetition of existence, you have a little spark of determination within you that lets you confront each new fence, each new decision, each new goat or fish with that special feeling of doing it again for the first time. And so for the first time, we'll see you on the next verses of Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivation. Celebration! 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 Who does win, the goat or the fish? Well, we think that here on Groundhog Day, it really is a fancy kind of holiday, isn't it? So, goat and fish, if we want to get out of this infinite time loop, we have to make some concessions. This one's going to the fence. This one's going to the fence. This one's going to the fence, goat and fish. This one's going to the fence. So we'll see you on the next verses. We'll see you on the next verses of Goat vs. Fish. Bye. I'll be back. Stick around for the radiation. Stick around for the radiation.